But even before all that, I guess we can talk briefly about Raw. Before the new year.
Mike, the whole point of this show is to celebrate the best of...
This could be included. This could cause awards to be won by certain people.
Do you think that this final episode of Raw has the power to persuade the voters and the Academy, first of all?
The Academy, those stuck-up prudes.
Those prudes and their ivory towers.
Yeah, with their ivory canes.
Okay, Mike, you have 35 seconds to summarize.
Well, before even that, we forgot to mention last week, because it happened off-air, Andrade won the United States Championship from Rey Mysterio at Madison Square Garden. House show.
22 seconds.
Happens once in a while.
It does happen. It happened to AJ Styles. Remember that?
All right. Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy, they had a good match. Aleister Black wins. But anyways, the main thing we're here to see, the big wedding.
The big wedding, 15 seconds, Mike.
Lashley and Lana. They got the stage, they got the ring, they got the white flowers, everything's there. Lashley comes out with his sleeveless tux. Lana comes out looking like a beautiful bride. During the ceremony, she's bitching at the priest, bitching at the crowd. She gives her vows. She puts herself over, saying this is the greatest moment of Lashley's life. So Lashley reads his vows, which Lana wrote for him. They present the rings. They get to the speak now part. And then some random dude comes out saying that he was Lana's first husband. They got married when she was 18 and she left him for Rusev. Eventually, Lashley just says, fuck you, chokeslams the guy. And then this woman comes out saying she's Lashley's first wife. So the crowd starts chanting, Jerry, Jerry. They started to get over, I guess. So anyways, Lana freaks out, slaps the bitch. We get another objection. The best one of all, from the new Liv Morgan. She comes out with like a 3/4 of a suit on. This was kind of an interesting look, didn't you? I don't know. What would you call that thing? What she was wearing?
Final.
Had like a quarter of her bra showing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is the new Liv Morgan. She came to WWE. She was a lost soul, just hoping for her dreams to come true, and she never knew she could be herself until she met you, and they fell in love. And how could you do this to her? And then Lashley's like, hey, man, I never touched this woman. And Liv says, no, I'm not talking about Bobby. I'm talking about Lana. And the crowd pops for the lesbian angle. Yeah, not Mandy and Sonya. It's Lana and Liv. So
nope.
I enjoyed Liv Morgan's delivery here. She kept it serious. She seemed good. This is a big main event spot for her just to be thrown in. I wasn't expecting this after all those little promos. But yeah, Lana starts crying. She slaps Liv. They start fighting. A bunch of officials come out, split them up, and then they get back to the wedding just as the minister is about to pronounce the man and wife. Rusev pops out of the giant cake that's been there the whole time. He attacks Lashley. Liv Morgan attacks Lana, and they stand tall to end the decade. Liv Morgan has ended the final show of 2019.
Woof.
Yeah, man, I'm happy for Liv. That's all I can say.
Okay, yeah. No, I was really hoping we could skim over this show without actually...
I had to get to that. I skipped like the other.
Well, that's why I was hoping. I was hoping to come up next show. You know,
by then it's old news. They might be divorced.
Well, that's why again, hoping it would come up on the next show,
and we wouldn't even have to.
Wouldn't even have to do it.
But Liv Morgan, you know how long I've been waiting for Liv Morgan. If she didn't come out at the end, I could have skipped it, but I had to get to it. She's the main event.
I don't know why. Not like this though, right?
Well, that's pretty much
like it's the not like this. Like this isn't that.
It's not what I was expecting from those promos for sure. I didn't think she was going to be in this angle, but I want to see where it goes. Why not?
Why?
But because Liv Morgan's back.
For what? Then she feuds with Lana, who can't wrestle. She feuds with Lashley.
Yeah.
What do you?
She body slams Lashley and then hits a big fucking frog splash and pins him.
Okay, this is our big intergender angle here too. Liv Morgan Lashley.
Yeah.
Main event. Extreme Rules 2020. Lana on a pole match.
But I think Sonia Deville had your same opinion because she tweeted something after the show. I forget what it was. It was basically just like, oh, so this is how it happens.
Yeah, it was kind of just like it was kind of just like, oh.
And then Mandy Rose was like, what? And then she's like, yeah, I have no words. I don't know. I guess they were like, hey, man, you took our big lesbian angle we've been teasing all this time. They just stole it from them. I wasn't expecting it. You know that my shoot meter on that, so now the shoot meter might have to move over to this. I don't know.
Shoot meter's freezing cold right now. You know, Mike, I mean, I used to think you were seeing something that wasn't really there.
But it was.
I'd rather that than this. 100%.
Well, I don't know.
1,000%.
I think 2020 could be Liv Morgan's year. Let's find out. But that's not what we're here for, as you were trying to say. And
oh my God, this no, Mike. You know what? You are right because this did inspire a couple additional categories that I actually have that we're adding. Mike, introduce what the listeners at home are listening to right now.
Yes, of course. We are the one and only Shoot Brothers, the hosts of the Shoot Brothers podcast. Myself, Mike the Shoot Shepherd, and Cameron Thunder Osborne. The only wrestling podcast in the world, the only ones who give out awards that mean anything. Yes, we've come up with our own little year-end award show we like to call the Shooties, where we have many categories. We don't even know the full extent of them to each other, or who's going to win, or what's going to happen. Some of these, I'm not even going to have a decision until the very last second. I have like two people, and I still don't know.
Mike, there's a lot of. I'm doing a. I'm doing this. This is Cameron Osborne here. I'm doing a normal font to like nominate to options and bold font for who I choose, and I don't see a lot of bold font right now. Of course, I think this is going to keep moving on. Yes, that's right. The Shooties 2019. I guess this, yes. You know, of course. I guess this would be the second official or the second Shooties. Really, there was a dark match. There was a dark episode. So
I only remember a couple of it, so we can mention that.
There was a dark episode where we did that. But now, but this is, I guess, the first official one, so it's real exciting. I'm wearing my little tuxedo, like promised.
Yes. I rented out a suit.
My coat has those long tails like Bugs Bunny has when he conducts the Met.
The Met?
And it's great. It's great. So this show, we're really, and this is what it's all about. It's all about 2019, the year that was. You know, the year where we started our show also. Our first episode came out in February of 2019.
Senior.
Yeah. And this is also right. Also, this also coincides with actually being episode 50, which is the big
50th spectacular special award show
extravaganza
of the year.
Yes. So let's just get right into it. Mike, how do we want to? So of course, folks at home, like we said, we don't even know what the categories are going to come up is. So I think one of us should just go back and forth picking what you know, the current category that we're going with.
Yes.
How's that sound? Right. How's that sound? Do you want to kick off with that?
All right. Yeah, I'll kick off with the first category. A little fun one, because this is something that you have to kick off with to start every match, because a wrestler enters the ring to their theme music. So let's get the award for favorite theme music of the year.
Theme music's big. Theme music's important.
Theme music's big.
It's
so
huge.
This doesn't have to be theme music that came out in 2019. It can be anybody's music, but I'll tell you who I picked, because they've got the best music in the business. Every time I hear it, it gets me hyped. No matter what, when they come down to the ring, the man Becky Lynch. That's my favorite theme music.
Are all the is that a CFO $ track?
I think so.
Wow! Congratulations goes out to Becky Lynch.
Yes, love that theme.
Favorite.
Whoa!
Of course, for copyright reasons, I'm like 97% sure we can't play this.
We can't play it, but I can sing it.
Oh yeah, let's hum. Okay, yeah, let's finish with a humdinger. With a humzinger, let's go.
Nah, that's okay.
Yeah, it's a big one. We heard that one a lot too. It's like the man coming up pre-Mania and even post-Mania to now, she's hot.
Yeah, that theme song, man. Some songs don't kick it, but that one kicks it.
Yeah, it's a great because half the crowd will pop and then half the crowd will sing it also, so you get this combined singing, yelling.
And when you're in a really hot city, they'll just keep singing it after the music stops.
They do. They just keep, it's so easy to sing.
Hey. You
know, I mean, the key to a good theme track is easy singability.
Agreed.
That's something that Shinsuke before they heelified Shinsuke Nakamura's theme.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it's a banger. It's a banger, right? But now they throw in the singing, and it just kind of it makes you not be able to chant it.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the good. But who do you got?
I had a couple choices. There's some great themes that are just kind of that go along with entrances.
Yes.
That are great. What did I see? Like the Brock Lesnar's entrance at SummerSlam had that bit of pyro, and it's all like part of a thing. Or even I love the way that Finn Balor will come out, and the song's pretty cool, and just like the whole crowd's in-tunedness about it. So those are definitely some nominees for me for the year because we saw both those guys. However, my winner goes to a theme that we have heard many times. Never on the main roster, though. It's one of my favorite themes in the business from NXT. The Undisputed Era's theme song.
Oh, yeah. Can't go wrong with a choice like that as well.
You can't go wrong with it. When it comes to the crowd interaction, the boom is huge. The boom is as loud as the Adam Cole
one of the biggest
Baby.
Pops you'll hear the whole night, yeah.
And just, I remember...
That's the great thing. He gets 2 pops in his entrance. He gets 2 separate little things to do. The boom and the Adam Cole.
He gets a boom and an Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
Even, like, I think I remember when we went to the SummerSlam show.
Yeah.
Like, we started singing it, and then you just can't get it out of your head. And I will always...
Yeah. The rest of the night, like, on the way to the train, everyone's doing it. Everyone's singing Adam Cole. It's like the woo. One person says Adam Cole, and everyone just goes, baby!
Baby!
It travels all around.
Yeah, I think...
Great fun.
That'd be the one way to find me. I think if there was like, if I was being hunted down by like in a horror movie thing, Jason Voorhees is looking for me. All he would have to do is just say Adam Cole, and I think I would just kind of pop out and go, baby.
Can't resist.
Fuck, I'm done.
Yeah. No, there was I think one of my runner-ups, Matt Riddle. I love his theme. His is one where it just suits the character. It's just so chill and relaxed, but it's got that fun little synth thing going on. And the crowd's just going, bro.
And that's, and because
anything to the crowd,
crowd engagement is a big part of it.
Exactly. Like a song like Carmella, she's got no engagement. I mean, the crowd's not singing the F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S.
I don't even know how to spell. How do you spell that word?
Well, she could teach children an F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S.
F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S.
Children around the world.
O-U-S. There you go. Okay, that took me a second too.
Yeah.
You were saying before. I think we were. Yeah, no one in the AEW fleet has that recognizable theme quite yet.
Not quite. Only like 2 or 3 guys. Like Jericho's is a banger.
But it's his band. So
one of the few Fozzy songs. No offense, Fozzy. One of the few Fozzy songs I actually like.
I think the young
Cody's is good too, but that's another real band. What's that band that does Cody's? It's like something Sting. I don't know.
But
it's a real band though.
The Young Bucks is also recognizable.
Yeah,
just because it's the super kick.
Their
party.
Women's music needs some improvement. Anyways, we got our favorite theme music of the year. There you go. Congrats, boys and girls.
Congratulations to the Undisputed Era and to the man Becky Lynch, all champs. That was that particular category was just dripped in all sorts of gold.
Yeah, just another title for their end of the year for them.
Yeah, well, that we would have heard those. We would have heard those themes a lot this year.
Nearly every week, probably on both shows. So multiple times some nights.
Multiple times some nights, which is great. Mike, I guess I'm running the next category, champ.
Yes.
So we're gonna kick off our second Shootie of the year for Breakout Star of the Year.
Oh baby.
All categories curated, of course, by the Academy. Mike and I have no actual say in the creation of the categories. We are opening the envelopes as we give you give 2 envelopes each. You'll hear the sound of
Sometimes it'll be the same person in each envelope. We don't know.
It could be. That's the beauty of it. But I got to give my Breakout Star of the Year award to our friends on the other Wednesday night show, in particular, Darby Allin. I'm giving this award to Darby Allin. And again, there's a couple. This category was also one, too, where...
This was a tough one because there were so many good,
there was a lot of great things to pick from, and when you think Breakout or Breakout Star, or I think that we have another, it's sort of when do we consider them breaking out, and what were they before, what are they now? And Darby Allin to me went from someone I've never heard of. Ever. I didn't hear about anything to do. He was in Evolve, and I don't think I ever heard about him there. But then just going to matches, entertaining matches in AEW. Of course, he was part of that big match with Cody that put him the hell over, and he's already had a championship match against Chris Jericho. From a guy to go from low on the card to championship match on a Wednesday night. That is a tall order.
Yeah, and he stood up to the challenge.
Yes, he did. He stood up to the challenge. So, Darby Allin, you are my Breakout Star of the Year award winner.
Congrats, Mr. Allin.
Congratulations, Darby Allin.
Yes, and back on the other side of Wednesday nights, a man who's been picking up a lot of steam these last pretty much all year, 5 or 6 months. Survivor Series looking big. The man, Keith Lee, is my Breakout Star of the Year. Who, like Darby Allin, I'm sure a lot of people didn't know much about him until they saw him having all these great matches every week on NXT and getting this big push. So Keith Lee's my man. Close behind him was Walter over on NXT UK. I thought he was pretty great as well, but I just don't watch enough NXT UK to get to see him enough.
Yeah, neither of us do.
No.
Keith Lee is awesome. He was also up there in the nominees for me. There was a bunch of guys on NXT. The NXT roster this year did a hell of a job.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff.
With
Dominic Dijakovic.
Dominic Dijakovic was another one, exactly. With people, just kind of coming out and being incredible.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
There we go. The breakouts.
What does 2020 hold for these men?
Yeah, I guess it was men. All right. On that note, let's go to the work of the year.
The work of the year. This is a big one.
Work of the year. So, sometimes wrestlers, the real world, we want to know things. We try to blur the line between reality and kayfabe, and sometimes wrestlers use that to their advantage to try and trick us because we think we know everything, but sometimes we get worked. And the one person who had one of the best works of the year, she swept the awards that week, the Shoot Brothers. We got to give it to the girl, the beautiful, sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans, for that great video she posted when she was pulled over for his ticket and she was arguing with the officer, insulting him, and the cop was in on it, but the whole Canadian news ran with it, and they reported it as if it was real, and she worked everyone. It was great. It branched over. It crossed over the wrestling world into... You had people asking you about it, right?
I had friends asking or sending me, what the hell is this? Who's this bitch?
Yeah.
All these sorts of rude comments.
Yeah, I had not strangers, but people on Facebook posting about it that don't watch wrestling. And so, got to give it to Lacey Evans, work of the year.
which is incredible. I had to explain what a work was to people and what a shoot was to people, which was a lot of fun doing in the process. I think if you see someone's Twitter handle reads if the words WWE is there in any kind of capacity.
Yeah. So that was my work of the year, Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans, the big ol' work. Mike, my words actually going somewhere else. Somewhere else from that. You know what? The Lacey Evans worked. It was such a fun thing. It was so fun, and it happened outside the ring so organically.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. And prime heel Lacey Evans. I don't think current Lacey Evans would be disrespectful to a member of the law.
No, not current.
Not current Lacey Evans, though. But we have, of course, Mike, there is something, and listeners at home know that there is something on the show. Mike and I are going hot, or sometimes we're cold on the shoot meter. The shoot meter, and sometimes I'm hot, sometimes Mike's hot, and one of us is going to have to be right, and one of us is going to have to be wrong at one point. And the worko shoot meter, shooto meter, whatever you want to call it, the shoot meter was flying off, and I got worked into believing that Dean Ambrose was never coming back to WWE. Mike, you know I was hot.
No, you thought he was staying.
I thought he was staying, and I'm like, nah, this is a whole bit. Don't worry about it. And it was like 2 fucking weeks later, or a month later, whenever it was, when he showed up at Double or Nothing.
Remember, like the week before, he aired that little promo video on his own, and in the background there was like little poker chips and hints. There was like, oh, that means May 25th.
It was all the and I got worked. I got worked, and I'm not afraid to admit that.
Well, it was fun. It was a fun ride.
It was a fun ride.
Worked, as long as it works out for the better, and Jon Moxley's doing very well, so it was a good work.
Yeah, I think the Mox man's doing just fine over there on Wednesday nights.
Attaboy Moxley. There you go.
Attaboy Moxley. Let's keep moving on. I guess this is my category to pick.
Yes.
Right now, which is a lot of fun. You know how at the Oscars they sort of pepper in slightly larger awards as the show goes on. You know, to kind of keep your interest. Like they'll put in a best supporting actor, maybe like 4th or 5th to keep you. It's not best actor, but you get in a best supporting actor or something like that, right? That's the way you do it. So I'm going to pull one of these moves. I'm not going too high up the card, but I want to keep the listeners' interest for what is the Shootie Award for Best Finishing Move.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, this is a big one. The finishing move is the combination of. There's a lot of things at play here. There's a lot of things that it takes.
Power, athleticism,
how good it looks, how the work that the other person needs to put into making it happen.
That's true. Yeah, you need big commitment from your partner. Some you do all on your own.
Sometimes you need a lot of trust in the other person.
Yeah, like a Canadian destroyer, you gotta, you need 2 men to do that kind of thing.
You do need 2 men to do that kind of thing, and sometimes it's just they hit a good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it just pops. I'm gonna give you my. I don't want to steal too many of what may be your nominees.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give 3 nominees for me.
Okay.
And then I'll show you my winner. Big nominee for me was, of course, the Panama Sunrise, Adam Cole Bay. That's a big one. Yeah. It's always, it feels like the closest thing that we can get to the Destroyer without it actually being a Destroyer.
I mean, yeah, it pretty much is. I don't know.
It pretty much is, right? Number two this year for me is Aleister Black's Black Mass. When he hits that thing.
Oh yeah. Some guys just take it right. They don't even try to block it.
And he just slaps it. And sometimes people take it, and it's always big for me. I'm a fan. I'm a big Kick fan. And my third nominee, Mike, you said it earlier, the Canadian Destroyer. When Pentagon Jr. does a Destroyer, because he's kind of like upper body chunky.
Yeah,
and
so he's got some.
So you're always surprised that he's able to rotate so fast.
Yeah. That weight gives him that inertia.
With all that weight of whatever it is, this was a real hard one for me, especially with all the new AEW stuff. But I have to give my Shooty Award Best Finishing Move to Pentagon Jr.'s Canadian Destroyer.
Woo.
It gets me every time. Yeah, and you're guaranteed you're gonna get one in a Pentagon Jr. or a Lucha Bros match.
Usually, yeah.
It's usually gonna happen, right? I know the payoff is always so fun. And everyone's pulling out the Destroyers. A lot of people pulling out Destroyer. Remember Rock and Roll Express pulled out the Destroyer a couple weeks back? It's always a huge move when you see it. And Pentagon Jr. never disappoints when he does. Congratulations on your Shooty.
Hell yeah. Lucha Brother.
Lucha Bro.
But here we go. Sticking in the land of AEW. I probably would have given it to this guy last year, but he wasn't wrestling. So we didn't even see this finish for like almost 2 years. Because that is the Black Arrow from Pac. That beautiful corkscrews, shooting star press that only he can do. Amazing.
Pac,
that Black Arrow that no one's kicked out of other than that ref who botched the count that one time.
Well, I'm willing to forget about that.
Me too. I want to fire that stupid bald ref. He's the only guy I don't like in AEW. Fuck you, Baldy.
Oh, easy there. Easy. Mike, don't get so hot.
If you watch Dynamite this week, you'll see one.
Don't get so hot. I've not watched Dynamite yet, don't.
I'm hot, yeah.
You're hot, apparently.
Anyways, that's Black Arrow. What a great move.
Another fantastic move.
Formerly the Red Arrow, but now when he's evil, he's heel, he's Pac.
Oh, right.
Pac.
And it's the same thing?
Yeah, it's the exact same.
Pac.
But great move. All right. Okay, I guess I got to pick the next category here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with the Improvement Award, the most improved wrestler. So someone, they could be around a long time, they could still be fresh, but whoever you thought had the most improvement this year. I'll give you my 3 nominees.
Please do.
I have Dakota Kai over on NXT, especially with this recent heel turn. She's sticking out more than her old character, and she's a good wrestler. And on the same end, same division, I got Mia Yim here. She, beginning of the year, didn't know much about her, and then she had that match at TakeOver with Shayna Baszler, and then that awesome ladder match, and now I care about her. Now I like her, Mia Yim. And then this one may be a bit of a surprise, but I'm throwing Chris Jericho for his AEW work in the Inner Circle. It gave new blood into a character that, he's pretty old, but now he feels as fresh as ever.
I think he might be 50 years old.
Yeah. So those are my 3 nominees, and I don't even know who I'm going to pick right now.
Mike, that's why you get the advantage of giving the 3 nominees. You give your final go-overs.
Yeah. Well, do you have a winner selected? And then why don't you tell us?
I do have a winner selected. To me, most improved means so many things when you think of someone's wrestling skill at the beginning of the year versus the end of the year. Their character work inside of the ring versus outside of the ring between the beginning of the year. And I for this award, I actually took to the outside of the ring category, actually, with somebody who I didn't think existed, and then suddenly was on my television set every night, and not actually wrestling, and keeping me engaged in actually a lot of funny moments that I found on television. My winner of the year for most improved is R-Truth.
Oh, R-Truth.
R-Truth, mid-Carter last year, he would have done the dual tag teams, like the co-ed tag teams.
They won that. Him and Mello won that.
They won that, and kind of next thing they know, they make a joke belt, and suddenly he's on it. And everything from the Drake Maverick wedding, even to the whole Christmas thing last week, was fantastic. And from it was that's why I'm giving it to him. That's why he gets the Shooty.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? All right, I'm gonna make my selection. Most improved, I will give it to Mia Yim, because I did not know who she was at the beginning of the year, and she gutted it out and had some good moments.
And and same could be said. Same could be said about a lot of these NXT people.
Yeah.
They just go from 0 to nothing because they've been at the Performance Center for the last 2 years figuring out how it all goes.
Exactly.
Which is awesome. There you go.
Fantastic.
There you go. Two more shooties.
Keep
Mike,
going.
I'm actually going to take us to a non-agreed upon shootie award, which are actually 2 individual awards statistically calculated by those nerds online. These are the Wrestler of the Week 2019 results.
Oh, exciting.
Oh, exciting. Mike, so we had 50 shows in the month, but we didn't have 50. There was one show where we didn't have an actual Wrestler of the Week. I think it was our WrestleMania preview show, and we just didn't have anything to cover.
Yeah, we were just previewing.
It was previewing. Of course, we picked a wrestler every single week, except for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
In episode 10, you didn't say your Wrestler of the Week. It was the weirdest thing. Like,
Did we just forget?
No, I say mine, and then I think I say AJ Styles, and then you say something, and then you're commenting on AJ Styles, and then you remember what you wanted to put over, and then you put it over, and then you're like that, and then we're like, that's it, and we just
wrapped up. So we'll never know.
We just kind of forgot. So there was 1 week there in like March where you didn't happen.
Well, before you tell me the results, did someone win by more than 1 point? Because if that made the difference.
No, both of our winners are tied in.
Okay.
Things, but anyways, what am I looking for here?
It's funny though that we just kind of glossed over that one.
It was the weirdest thing. I couldn't find it. So anyways, out of the 47 times that we did this, you and I, let me see here. What's the number I'm looking for? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. So out of the 48 times, you and I agreed 11 times. We had the same Wrestler of the Week. Dream, Kofi, Adam Cole. There was a week where we both had Bailey.
Yeah.
Which was kind of fun. Okay, so Mike, you had 37 different Wrestlers of the Week, where I had 32. Mike, you had way more one-time winners. A lot of people. You had 3 two-time winners: Rey Mysterio, Bray Wyatt, and Lacey Evans.
Oh yeah.
But at the top of the shootie for the Mike Shoot Shepherd's Wrestler of the Week, with 3 apiece, Kofi Kingston and Adam Cole. Baby.
I had a feeling Adam Cole was going to be...
It's going to be the top of your list, and back in Kofi days, we were hot on Kofi.
Oh, yeah. Kofi Mania. He was having some great runs.
Which is fantastic. Now, I gave a lot more people 2. I had a lot more multiple winners than you did.
Yeah. These are fun statistics.
These are fun
like...
stuff. Anyways, yeah, so I had 10 two-time winners. Okay. Cody, Chris Jericho, the Lucha Bros, Buddy Murphy, Bray Wyatt, Adam Cole, Bebe, the Young Bucks, Cesaro, and AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn. But my winners, tied with 3 apiece, Jon Moxley and Kofi Kingston.
Kofi
tied with 3 apiece. So Kofi has 6 Wrestler of the Week overall, which is the most out of anybody.
Wow.
Adam Cole would have come close with 5.
Yeah.
He would have been our second place, but Kofi Kingston is the 2019 Shootie winner for the Wrestler of the Week.
The Wrestler of the Week champ. There you go, Kofi.
There you go, Kof.
Yeah, they might not replicate that year yet. I don't know if he'll get back in that.
You know what? We were hot on, Kofi, and of course this is just the shows that we've done. I know we did this segment in the dark episodes.
Yeah,
but this is just
we'll never know who those.
We'll never know. Yeah, this is episode 1, and onwards.
But I bet you Kofi was in some of those because that gauntlet match was a dark episode.
Yep.
When he went.
Yep, and you know what? Not all of these age well.
Yeah.
I Lars Sullivan was my Wrestler of the Week at one point. So it's not all perfect.
Yeah, funny.
But there you have
it. Well, that was fun. That was fun to hear all those numbers.
Yeah, there you have it.
It's like when you get those end of the year things from like Facebook or YouTube, whatever, and they show you all your stats.
Yes, yeah, the
Xbox. Like you played this for 80 hours.
And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I got the one from my Apple Music. The band this year, like the band that was first, or like the album I listened to the most, was the most by, I think, double what the second one was. Like, it was just out of proportion.
And what was number one?
Number one was this album called Life's Not Out to Get You by Neck Deep. Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's pretty cool. Well, clearly, I listened to it twice as more than anything else.
I guess so. Yeah. All right. Moving on here, I guess.
Moving on.
You want me to throw one out? Mm-hmm. This one was not agreed upon ahead of time.
Ooh.
This category, but I feel like we'll probably pick the same person. I feel like it's pretty easy, this one. Because we're going to honor the greatest referee of the year.
Greatest ref.
The referee of the year. So
perfect.
You might not even know many names. John Cone, Mike Chioda is still there. The bald asshole on AEW. But of course, I think we all, and hopefully I don't speak for you when I say this, but the lady, the best woman in the business, Aubrey Edwards, head official on AEW, gets to ref all the big matches. She's the best, Aubrey Edwards.
Aubrey Edwards. This was a category that I didn't think of, but you know what? If she's the only person that I think actually has any personality going on.
Yeah, she's got that mini feud with Jericho that I
and it's WWE doesn't do that.
Not really. They used to. They used to always mention the refs and fucking.
And I'm sure
Hebner being a shyster and Triple H hated him.
But now refs are just there. I feel like refs in the WWE are just there as a conduit to not see something.
Yeah, they're just a prop.
Yeah, I'm sure these guys are doing their work. I'm not turning down their work. It's the way that it works.
Yeah.
Aubrey Edwards, dude, that's an easy one. Easy one.
Easy. That's why I spoke for everyone.
You did.
Aubrey Edwards, baby.
Aubrey Edwards, baby.
She needs to. You know what she should do? She should marry a person with the last name starts with W, and then her initials would be
AEW. That's a good point.
Wardlow, look out. Aubrey Edwards, Wardlow. Wouldn't that be a storyline?
Wouldn't that be something? There you have it. Best referee. Right. I can't believe we didn't think about that category.
Just threw that in there. Yeah, I gotta honor. Because you said stuff about the sound guys and things.
You always got to think about best top AV moment.
Yeah. All right.
Fantastic.
What do you got for us?
Well, since you threw out a category that we didn't agree upon before, I'm going to throw out a category we didn't agree upon before. But I think that you would actually definitely have something that comes to mind when we are giving out the promo of the year.
Oh, yeah. I actually did. It's funny because I wrote this one down as well, even though we didn't agree.
We didn't agree, but we didn't agree upon it, but we were both thinking about it, of course.
Oh, yeah. And we'll probably agree on the winner.
I don't know. Actually, I had to think a lot about this. This. There were some fantastic promos.
There was a couple. There was some good ones this year.
There were some fantastic promos on. There was more TV.
AEW.
There was more TV to watch,
yeah.
And AEW came in with, I think, certainly a higher tolerance or lower tolerance, whatever. More they open to more honest things, letting wrestlers speak, things that aren't written, things that feel organic.
Yeah.
Which is really important. A little bit of the bubbly would never have happened if they didn't just give Chris Jericho a microphone and a thing and a camera and just gotta let him go. I do. I want to give my very close second place. This was actually a very close second when I looked back on the wrestling year. I got to give a close second place to Batista ripping out Ric Flair from the dressing room. That was big. That was big. I forgot how big that was.
That was pretty great.
When Batista rips off his shades and he's like, "Hunter, do I have your attention?" Like that was, oh my God, that was huge. Even just think about it right now, I'm getting chills. Oh my God.
That was like back in January now. That was long.
It was a long, long time ago. Very close second. However, I do need to give the Promo of the Year award to Cody Rhodes. None other.
What?
What? No, was I not supposed to say the last name? I'm sorry.
No,
Cody.
No, I was kidding. I was trying to act shocked.
You were trying to act shocked. Specifically, the promo that he did on Dynamite with Tony Schiavone in the ring, the pre-Jericho match.
Yeah, full gear.
Pre-full gear promo when he called him a dick. whatever that one was.
Yeah, that's the one that I agree with as well. I gave it to Cody because hell of a promo. AEW had a lot of good ones. Jericho was on fire on the mic. Moxley had some good promos. But yeah, Cody, there was just too much passion and fire in that thing. Fantastic.
Which we haven't seen. We haven't seen in a long time. We really haven't.
From, what was it? From undesirable to ungoddamn deniable. Cody Rhodes.
There were just some good
There was a lot.
lines.
Yeah, there was a lot
just
of good
some
stuff.
good damn lines, right? Dang. Yeah, good thing. Good thing we both had this one in the bank. I got a couple. I have one more. I have one more thing that we didn't think about.
I think I have one or two more.
Nice.
Well.
I wonder if they're the same.
Yeah, one of mine's pretty easy. The other one's more. You might have to think, but
right.
Um,
you got next?
I got next, I guess. Let's go with the best gimmick of the year. So this one, it could go many ways. Best gimmick, who's got something that's just fun, their personality, whatever it may be. For me, the best gimmick going right now, Orange Cassidy. Just his sloth-like attitude, his hands in his pockets, the thumbs up, the half-ass, everything, the super kicks, everything's awesome. The crowd loves him. Orange Cassidy, future world champion someday. But he's got my favorite gimmick going right now.
I certainly hope that one day he can be a world champion.
Yeah, he's got the crowd behind him.
He's got the crowd behind him. He can
get serious when he wants to. But
now we also had a subcategory that was best character.
Yeah, I've got a different answer for that, but it could be I could easily have swapped the answers. And
see, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm now looking at both of mine, and I'm like, I don't know.
I could have easily given best character to Orange Cassidy. It's just a matter of whatever. It's awards. So
that's a good point. It's awards. There's going to be controversy, right? There's going to be one time where it's like, Taylor Swift is nominated for a metal album for some reason. And it just doesn't make sense, or a hip hop album, R&B. I don't know what you pick your genre. It's going to be weird.
Yes, but what do you got?
Best gimmick. When I think of Orange Cassidy's a fantastic gimmick. I actually did not give him this award, although he is a personal favorite. I look like him. I feel like with some hard work, I could physically be approximately his size. I'm not sure how tall he is, but I think I could do it. I think I could be the next Orange Cassidy. Wait, sorry. This has nothing. This has nothing to do with me. So, I don't know where I'm going with this.
I don't know. You just started spilling your fantasy.
I blacked out for a second. What happened right there? Oh boy. No, I am giving the best gimmick award. This was a tough one. On SmackDown, there was some incredible work. By someone who's just all over the place, and doesn't matter where he is. We love him every single time. I think the best gimmick was the new Daniel Bryan, the Planet's champion.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Towards the end of last year and the super beginning of this year, he came in with the new belt. He came in, the Yes Movement was gone, and we hated Daniel Bryan.
The environmental movement was here, and
we hated him so much. And I think it was kind of cool that it was just like he was eco-friendly, and in theory, like I think an eco-friendly champion sounds lame. But somehow Daniel Bryan's like, no, believe me, it'll be cool.
Yeah, and he helped elevate Eric Rowan by just having him be his little buddy for a while.
And now we're still wondering what's in the cage.
Yeah.
What's in the cage?
I don't know. What if it's Daniel Bryan's
hair. Daniel Bryan's old hair. Yeah.
Yeah. He just attached it to something. I don't know. But that was your best gimmick, folks. Orange Cassidy, Daniel Bryan.
Best gimmick. And while we're at it, let's hop right over to the other half of this category.
Yeah.
Where we are giving out the Shootie for best character. Personally, for myself, Orange Cassidy was a nominee for best character because he is, just his character is, he's too cool, and that's
he is too cool.
You kind of get it. It's really easy to understand. But I didn't give him this Shootie award. because some of the biggest promos were coming out on, was it on Smack? No, they were coming on Raw. I don't know where they were coming on, but they weren't even promos. The man wasn't even stepping in the ring. They were just cartoon promos that we would watch on the Jumbotron. And it turned out to be something. It turned out to not just be the return of Bray Wyatt that we knew we were all looking for. It turned out to be Mr. Rogers as Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
But what I love, Bray Wyatt is an incredible wrestler.
Yeah.
But see, my Shooty Award character does not go to Bray Wyatt himself. No. It goes to the thing that comes along with Bray Wyatt. You see, Bray Wyatt doesn't want to hurt anybody. He does not want to hurt anybody. He just wants to be friends. He wants to be friends, but the Fiend, on the other hand, I'm not sure what he wants, but it's definitely not friendship. But he wants something. I think he wants merch money. I'm really not sure. Best character of the year goes to the Fiend.
Yes, I put the Fiend / Bray Wyatt, so I don't know. I'm allowed to do that.
That counts. Yeah.
They're the same person. So they both, either way, we're in agreement. Pretty much, nearly everything they've done with him has been pretty great. From the, they took their time, the slow build of the Firefly Funhouse. We didn't get to see the Fiend wrestle for like 2 months, and then when we saw him in person the very first time, that amazing entrance, the match was short and sweet. And nearly everything since then, other than Hell in a Cell, has been great with the Fiend. So.
Yeah, and you're right there. They've booked him properly, and I think now we're at least past the. What am I looking for? Like we're past the Seth Rollins crap. Like we've moved on. Yeah,
like it hurt Rollins, but the Fiend's fine. Rollins is the one that we all hate, and now he's the heel anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We've moved on. I'm excited where this can go. Because SmackDown Live is chock full of the aforementioned Daniel Bryan. Yes Moon's back. The Miz. So hopefully the Fiend can stay on a winning streak though.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I think he'll hold it to WrestleMania, but we'll see.
We will see. Your category.
Yes, I guess so. All right. This is just another added in throw in, because I think it'll probably be. Well, there's a couple good choices here this year, so I won't speak for everyone. But,
okay.
Let's go with the favorite commentator of the year.
Favorite commentator. This is a big one. There were some new voices on commentary too.
Yes, and some old voices brought back. Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone. They're great together. Excalibur fits in well. But no, for me, I'm going with the man, Mauro Ranallo. His excitement is just, I love it. I love Mauro Ranallo. He's great. He knows all the moves. He knows lots of backgrounds about the wrestlers, and his pop culture references are always on point.
It's good when the crowd, the live crowd,
who
cannot hear what you're saying right now. They cannot hear what you're saying, but they're saying what they assume you're saying at big moments.
I think he's even got a shirt now. I think they just came out with a Mauro.
They got a Mamma Mia shirt.
Mamma Mia, yeah.
Like no one is saying things that are quoted by even JR. There's no like, by God.
Yeah,
I'm sure there could be a by God shirt,
but no one chants it. Yeah.
Or there's no shirt that says of Corey Graves saying "Shut up, Saxton." Like that's not a shirt.
Yeah.
Mamma Mia is a shirt. Yeah, I think if we're giving out Shooties, this man's taking home 2.
All right, attaboy Mauro.
Certainly, I do really enjoy the AEW commentary. I can see them being in the mix next year. But if you want a guy who just knows how to call a fight, you want Mauro Ranallo.
Every night he's on.
Yeah.
Did I guess quick? We're about halfway through the categories, I think. Do you have any trivia this week, or are we just going to come back second half with more Shooties?
I have no trivia. I have 0 trivia, so I'd say we'll save that till our next real show.
All right. Do you want to take a break and then come back second half?
Let's take a quick break. The Shooties will be back in just a moment with some pretty big categories coming up too, so you're not going to want to miss it.
Let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, yeah, let's shoot, brother, yeah.
We're back.
Bring it on back now.
Bring it on back now.
Bring it all back now.
Bring it all back now. We're back with the second half of the show. The Shootie Awards, the most prestigious awards in wrestling podcast wrestling history related stuff. Let's kick it off with a big one. Let's kick it off with something. Again, we're peppering in the big ones because we are running down the wire here. Let's throw this one in here. Let's give out the Shootie for best tag team. Again, a lot of great tag teams. We saw a lot of new champions.
This is one of the toughest ones. I got like 5 names written here. I still don't know.
You still don't know, and it maybe I'll have to like pontificate for longer so you can take the proper time needed to figure out your favorite tag team. You know, we saw a lot of tag teams, established teams, much more in the spotlight with guys like SCU. This is a tag. Yeah. These guys have been a tag team for longer than we've been alive. and they finally came, and they've really just kind of come into us. There were teams that were thrown together, and it's fun. The Jurassic Express,
yes,
huge team that I think we're all huge on, and both of those guys, or all 3 of them, all kind of work so well with each other. And then, of course, there are teams that teams that are setting like new belt length records. Of course, the New Days is going to hold that thing forever. There was a new belt introduced, right? The women's tag belt. Mike, I know this. I'm not helping you with anything that I'm saying, but I'm giving
no. No, you're going over the important things here. There's I could say one thing. I think the SmackDown and Raw are the least in contention of my, as great as those teams are, the New Day, the Viking Raiders, the OC, they're all great teams, but the belts haven't really meant much, which was part of my decision.
They haven't. Tag team wrestling has meant much more, maybe somewhere else.
Yes. Well, even in the WWE, I would say the women's side has done a lot more. Not that they got the proper TV time, but the Iconics were brilliant.
The longest reigning, right? It was
for now. For
now, yeah.
Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, that was one of the best storylines of the summer, and
gave
point. Nikki Cross a huge platform, and the Kabuki Warriors now being taken seriously, making those belts featured nearly every week, so they've been great on their end. And then, of course, AEW's tag division is stacked. Like
and then a whole other tag division of people to come in.
And then NXT, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish has been holding strong, holding those belts.
Yeah, they're just still the top over there.
Street Profits had their run. They were fun, but they've kind of been fizzling a bit on Raw, or at least not as well featured. But anyways, for me, I think it probably comes down to just 2 teams on the men's side on AEW. Who do you got? Tell me yours, and then I'll tell you mine.
I know literally you're waiting. I think the 2 teams I'm trying to pick between. But for a lot of reasons, and this kind of also comes up a bit later for me. I think this is our first 2-time Shootie of the Year winner award. Because my Shootie for best tag team goes to the Lucha Bros. Yeah. Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix, of course. Whether they're together or not, their matches are fantastic. The ones they're in are spectacular. Always the best things of the card they're on, and they've been on some pretty damn good cards so far. This is Pentagon Jr.'s second Shootie of the night. He also won Best Finishing Move for his Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah, you know what? I'll throw it to them as well, the Lucha Brothers. It was them and the Bucks. Bucks were close second, but the Lucha Bros, just a bit more for me. So I don't know. Does the same Shootie twice count for a third for Pentagon, or is it just double reaffirm his? I don't know.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, at least he's a Cameron Thunder Osborne 2-time Shootie Award winner. Yeah. At this point, the Lucha, dude. Every match these guys are in, whether it's on television, whether it's on a pay-per-view,
it's always exciting. Crowd loves it. We love it.
Yeah, we do. Clearly, Lucha Bros. Congratulations on your Shootie Awards. What do we have coming up next, Mike?
All right, coming up next, let's go with the best turn of the year. So this could be a face turn or a heel turn, whatever you felt was the most effective turn, or just brought the most to the character. But for me, I went with a face turn because early on in the year, the beginning of AEW, the American Nightmare Cody, he was still kind of wrestling as a heel. He was the one being the bad guy, taunting his brother Dustin. He was a little shit. He was the one that cheated, got the ring exposed to make him bleed. But it was after the end of that match when he embraced his brother. He had that great moment, and he officially turned face. He hasn't looked back since then. So I'll go with Cody Rhodes in that face turn that night after Double or Nothing.
That night after Double or Nothing. There was so much emotion packed into that match in the first place.
Oh yeah.
That was fantastic. You're right. That brought a tear to everyone's eye.
Oh yeah, his voice was cracking up. The whole
I was like, but I do need my brother. Yeah. And all of our voices were cracking. Which was great. That's great. Congratulations to Cody there on the best turn. You know, we did have a lot of turns.
Yeah, there was some other
this year. I want to give a close tie to Hugger Bailey to Pissed Off Bailey.
Yeah, she was up there for me.
We were waiting for that turn for a long time.
By her side, I had Sasha as well, turning heel. She had some good stuff.
She had some
blue
good
hair.
Stuff.
The blue hair came out.
Blue hair don't care. When Finn Balor showed up at NXT and he was a meanie.
Yeah, that was good.
That was big for me. But. Oh yeah, another nominee for me was the Sean Spears turning on Cody.
That vicious chair shot, yeah.
That vicious chair shot. But I'm gonna take a bit of a turn of my own here, Mike.
Oh boy.
The Shootie for best turn, face to heel to face, from old to new to old. From yes to no to yes. Daniel Bryan's heel, then face turn.
Yeah.
Heel turn, then a face turn to close out this year. You're my champion.
Yeah, that was very well. He's just so good at it. I didn't even.
The yes movement was alive and well. He killed the yes movement.
Yeah.
Then he brought it back. And he brought it back. So for doing like the double turn too, that has to be some kind of new turning record amount of time maybe.
Well, at least to get the response he does. Some people can do it, but the Big Show can do it and shit. But Daniel Bryan, he gets the reaction he's looking for every time.
Every time we'll give it to him. Best turn. There were a lot of there were some tough categories here, or there were some good options in that one.
Yep.
Who's next? Am I next?
Yes.
Perfect. Oh, we're getting down to the hottest awards.
We're getting there's some a lot of the big ones and some little ones here, but they're all big.
Let's keep rolling. One of the categories that we had before was the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
And again, similar to the most improved kind of thing, it is a little more arbitrary in which the scope of
it's
kind of them.
Yeah.
Just because you saw a highlight of somebody 6 years ago doesn't mean that necessarily. But if they are to you, this is a little more arbitrary.
For me, it's just it's like in hockey. You can play a certain number of games, still be considered a rookie, even if you've been in the league 2 or 3 years and shit. So. Well, we can make up our rules like that. Rookie of the Year, basically someone who's kind of fresh, kind of new, and whatever. Or you just don't know them.
I guess technically, John Moxley is a rookie. Technically,
he used to be Moxley before he was Ambrose, right?
Nah, but if we didn't know him, I'm just saying it's a little more.
I know.
It is a little
if
more.
He's wrestled more than 24 matches, the contract states he's no longer eligible for rookie status. No, I don't know. Anyways, Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. A lot of people on AEW we just got more exposure to. Guys like the Best Friends. Certainly exposed to them a lot more. The Lucha
Jurassic
Bros,
Express.
Of course. Jurassic Express. There were a lot of people who we kind of got to see for the first time.
Yeah.
But I'm actually not going. I'm actually not going on AEW. which is surprising. I'm going on NXT. Again, somebody who the scope of time in which you know them is more difficult, because I had heard of this person prior to their sort of explosion in the latter half of the year. My rookie of the year goes to Keith Lee of NXT. You know what? Yeah, just someone I had heard of, but then didn't really know much about. Knew he got signed, and then just kind of was like, oh, okay. And then when he did eventually show up, it was great, and it's paid off in a great way for him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it wasn't, until I'd heard of him as well, but until I actually saw him wrestle some matches, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I'd seen highlights here and there, and I was like, yeah, he's big and fast, I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, certainly turned my way. I do want to give a close second, though. Not really a close second. I just want to give it. I started giving my nominee before. My other nominee was actually Cain Velasquez on SmackDown. His premiere was just really big, and I thought that was, although the match that followed wasn't what it could be. I just his showing up and that kind of the beatdown. I was like, oh shit, let's go.
And we haven't seen the last of him.
And we haven't seen him. No.
All right, my rook of the year. Someone I've been raving about all year, pretty much ever since we saw their debut pretty much at the beginning of the year at the Royal Rumble, the main roster debut at least, for, of course, the beautiful, sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans. She was on NXT a bit before that, but this main roster was pretty much her rookie year, and she's gone from heel to now face. She's had some big feuds. Unfortunately, she was paired with Corbin for a bit. But I've never stopped loving her, and I'm excited for the future and multiple championship reigns for this Lacey Evans. And now the crowd's getting behind her. They're chanting nasty. They're chanting things. So good for you, Lacey.
You're right, and it was pretty. I mean, I don't think of her in NXT like at all. No match comes to mind or anything like that.
Yeah, like I don't think she ever fought on a takeover or anything. Just a couple weekly shows here and there. She was doing more of her military, like, pin-up outfit gimmick then.
Right, but I mean, what? So she's had two main event feuds right now, right? She had like a while with Becky Lynch to get her over, and then she was
on the other end doing the babyface thing with Bailey Sasha. So who knows? Could that end in a title for Lacey? Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. But my rookie of the year, the only time she can ever win this award, she won it. Congrats, Lacey.
Congratulations, Lacey Evans.
I almost wanted to spend the money on that Cameo website just to have her accept the award and pay her.
It was funny. I heard about that website like not too long ago, I saw it come up, and I was like, oh shit, that would have been really funny.
35 American. She'd be like, oh, thank you for the Rookie of the Year Shootie Award and Work of the Year and whatever else.
She's a two-time winner.
Damn. Yeah, she's in this. We're not done yet. You never know.
You never know.
There you go, Lacey. Maybe one day every time I wait longer, though, the price is going to go up. I want her to say something about the Shoot Brothers one day.
One day. What do you have next for us, Mike?
Okay. All right. Let's go to the faction of the year. We had some good ones this year. Over in the UK, the Imperium's doing well. AEW's got the Inner Circle, the Dark Order, the Nightmare Collective. They got lots of factions going around.
Because now remember, a tag team isn't necessarily a faction, although a faction could possibly just be a tag team.
Yeah, but for the most part, yes, 3 or more men. Like New Day, still the New Day without Xavier Woods there, but yeah, for me, the faction I'm going with, faction of the year, they're unstoppable. They're undisputed. Of course, the Undisputed Era. The champs, every belt they've got, they're dripping in gold. They're the tightest knit group going, and that's why work so well, every single one of them.
Because they're there for each other. If Bobby Fish goes down halfway through a match, hey, Roderick Strong's going to come running through and wrestle in his pants.
He won't even take his pants off. Yeah, he's ready to go.
I got my jeans on, coach. Sorry, Hunter. I got my jeans on. Get out there.
God damn it.
Get out there. And we saw them. I guess I think Street Profits were champs when we saw them.
Yeah,
at
and
SummerSlam.
They should have won, but Street Profits won then.
And eventually, they're gonna have to win a War Games, right? I think they may have won. I think they may have won the first when it was 3.
Yeah,
They've won the first when it was 3 teams.
Yeah, so they're 1 and 2 overall.
1 and 2. They have to take it eventually. They have to.
Well,
get it eventually.
maybe they'll win this Worlds Collide thing against Imperium.
Yeah.
But anyways,
They could. Good one. You're right. Faction of the year. Faction of the year. It's tough on the main roster, on the WWE main roster. It doesn't really feel like there's ever factions. It feels like there's thrown together tag teams.
yeah. There's like the OC. It never gets bigger than like 3 guys.
Yeah. Even the OC though. Yeah, the OC I'd consider a faction. Often Sinister, but I would never call the New Day a faction.
No.
AOP and Seth Rollins. Yeah, I maybe call them a thing.
If they come up with a name, if they're like, I don't know, the Architects.
Authors of Architects of Pain?
Yeah, the architectural authors.
I think just Architects of Pain. You can keep the
Okay,
same
yeah, there you
AOP
go.
thing.
Yeah, that's a good combo.
So it never really feels like that. Even like they'll take the bad, or they'll take the top heels on SmackDown or on Raw, and it'll just be a program where Lashley, McIntyre, and Baron Corbin are just kind of friends for a month.
Yeah,
that's
what's that's what I like about the inner circle. There's kind of some stakes to joining. You get elevated, and like Sammy Guevara is better off for being associated with Chris Jericho right now.
You get elevated.
Yeah.
What? It's funny you mentioned that, Mike.
Oh. Uh-oh.
The Shootie Award for Faction of the Year goes to the Inner Circle.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest.
That was my very close runner-up.
It's very close runner-up, I'm sure. How they were able to win the award in such a small amount of time, I think is crazy.
Yeah, that's impressive. Like everyone in the group. Like Jake Hagar, he's now a big brute force.
Which is
more than he was.
Because see, like the faction has everybody with their strengths and weaknesses, and everybody has their own kind of like shtick to them.
Yeah.
Right? Well, you want your Ocean's 11 style heist crew, right? Where Chris Jericho is Clooney.
Yeah.
Okay. Jake Hager's Bernie Mac. Okay. Sammy Guevara's Matt Damon. And then Santana Ortiz are the Casey Affleck and the other guy, the 2 guys who are brothers.
Okay.
Everyone's got their little dynamic. Everyone makes it work, and you're right. It elevates people around them.
Yeah. And yeah, just like there's Jericho using his status to try to like recruit people into the ring or to join them and shit like that.
Exactly. Let's give your top heel a stable. If that heel happens to also be the champion, great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
In Inner Circle and Undisputed Era.
Yeah. 2 very, very good, well-fought stables, or well put together. Everyone involved.
So we're coming up to it now, I think, Mike.
We're getting down to close to the end.
Now, I have one more improv category. Do you have any more improv categories?
I have one more. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get those out, because then I think after that it's the top 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to throw out my improv category for you first here, and again, I'm going to talk for a while, so maybe you can think about something that works for you. This is the Shootie Award for Best Story Told on Television. You know what? Because we get pay-per-views and we get matches, which are often, the initial causation or the result or the end product of something that's happening on TV. Yeah. Like a storyline that's happening on television results in a match, and we just never, I just want to honor some of those.
Yes.
I just want to honor some of those great things that we saw on television throughout the year. I'm giving a nominee, a runner-up nominee, to the Becky, Ronda, Charlotte work leading up to Mania. They had that one brawl in particular that it was great.
Yeah, and they got arrested.
When they got arrested and all that stuff, and there's a lot to be said.
She drives the car in handcuffs. And, yeah, it was great.
You're slightly filming kind of like a television show, right? At that point, right? There is a whole different kind of thing to it.
Yeah.
Which isn't just you're in a ring wrestling. It's using the things around you, and the camera's got to be there to tell the story. Another runner-up to someone who was nominated earlier in the night, Batista ripping Ric Flair out of his dressing room. It was a great thing that happened on TV, and then we got the end result at Mania. But my winner of the year, the Shootie Award winner for Best Television Story, was Who Killed Roman Reigns? It had me on the edge of my seat every week. And it ended up in a couple of good matches with Buddy Murphy. Also, it actually did have us
helped him get on main TV after months of being nowhere.
It did have a fun kind of payoff there, and it brought whatever his name is back up. What's his name? Rowan. Sorry,
Yeah.
That took me a second. Brought Rowan back up, and and now we are here where we are. So, Who Killed Roman Reigns? Best television story of the year.
All right. I'm gonna go with a storyline that helped create and elevate a tag team, and one particular woman in particular. The whole friendship angle with Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. At first, we didn't know, was Alexa Bliss really just evil and using her so she can get some tag titles? And but then she started being actually warm and kind to her and being a real friend. And Alexa Bliss became babyface out of all of it. And Nikki Cross gained her confidence and ability. And she's just been featured, every week, every other week. They had a little run with the tag titles, which have also been brought up because of them, I guess. So, yeah, that was my storyline. The friendship angle that turned to be real. And,
it was. We were all just saying it's only a matter of time. It is a matter of time, and it never happened.
No. Bliss is a great baby face. The crowd loves her. She came back from injury. They were super hot. We'll see what happens. Bliss Cross.
There you go. There's your champion.
All right.
Best TV story. So you have one other category for us.
Yes, this one here, the Star of the Future Award.
Star of the Future.
Kind of looking, not quite the Rookie of the Year, because this is the Star of the Future. I'm going to give this to a man who actually won a Wrestler of the Week one time on this show when he was the light heavyweight champion for Battle Arts Academy, Chris Edwards. He was formerly known as Aaron Porter then, but he's Chris Edwards now. He had to relinquish that title due to injury, but it's only a matter of time before he's back and taking that wrestling scene by storm. So my Star of the Future, Chris Edwards. Look out. You'll be seeing him sometime.
Yes. Yeah, you gave him the Wrestler of the Week. Aaron Porter was the name that I remembered you...
Yes, at the time, that's what he was known as. Not anymore, baby. Chris Edwards.
Chris Edwards right now. There you have it. Rising Star. We gotta check out this...
Yeah, once he's back from his injury, go check out one of those shows.
We have to.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, a Star of the Future award.
I mean,
no. Give me a sec. I know. I can think of something big, or something fun. It seems like wrestlers are living longer and longer now. I feel like Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley's got to be in his mid-30s. But, his entire career has just kind of been rejuvenated, right? Who knows how many years that'll add on to his,
Yeah.
That'll add on to himself. Oh, my God. This is tough. I got something, though. I'm thinking while I'm talking.
Yeah.
A rising... So you got to think of someone who's, young, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, they could be old but fresh.
They could be...
The game.
They could be old but fresh. Let me click on this for 1 second, and I'm gonna get something.
I just thought of another one.
You thought of another one?
Well, even though they haven't done much.
Who's your runner up?
Runner up goes to Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic, that's true.
Yeah.
He is up and coming.
His angle with Brock, and he did that 619 frog splash to show he's actually training. He took some bumps.
Took some real bumps. Man, I'm having a tough time with this one. I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's spontaneous.
I know, but I thought I feel like I should have someone ready to go who I'm they're gonna be big one day. Fuck. Nothing. You know what? You know what? Star of the future. He's going to be a world champ. No, he's never going to be a world champ. Never mind. Oh my God! You know what? No, star of the future. Star of the future. He will be a world champ. This guy will be a world champion. I'm calling it right now. Not by the end of the year. Maybe not. But the Star of the Future award, the Shootie for Star of the Future, courtesy of Cameron Osborne, goes to Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
That's a good pick.
He's a young kid.
He could be a world champ one day.
He could. I think he very well might be a world champ one day. He's got the size. He's probably approximately like our age, maybe a bit younger.
Yeah, something like that.
He's got it in him.
Alrighty.
Okay, so now we're down to our 3 final categories here. Oh my God! Is there a particular order we want these 3 categories in?
Well, I'll say this right now. So last year we just had Wrestler of the Year. This year we have male and woman.
Yes,
wrestler,
we did split them up. Yep.
Yeah. So last year for me the pick was easy. It was Becky Lynch. So, but this year I'm going to put the male wrestler above the woman wrestler of the year.
Oh, I didn't mean. Oh, I just meant like. Yeah, I didn't mean we have to rank both of them.
No. I mean for the order, like save that. So we'll do the woman wrestler before the male wrestler, just based on.
And is match of the year the last one?
Well, what do you think? What do you want to do for this?
Well, let's just do it right now.
Woman, male, and then match of the year.
Heck yes, I love that, Mike. Because you're a passionate fan of female wrestling.
Yes, this women's division. That's the one area in AEW I'd like to see improve a little bit. They do have some good talent, but NXT and main roster WWE, you can't compete with what they've got. Rhea Ripley had a fantastic year. Shayna Baszler, as much as I don't like her, she's a great heel. Bianca Belair is fucking. I love everything about her. But for me, it came down to 2 women for best woman wrestler. Becky Lynch, last year's winner. She's been in the game. She's there every week. Not quite as much going on as maybe last year's WrestleMania. But then my other choice, who I ended up going with on NXT. We got Io Shirai. She's Io Shirai. Yeah, she started the year off babyface. She fought Shayna, and then she lost. She snapped. She turned heel on Candice LeRae. She had a great feud, amazing match with her at TakeOver, and she's just been awesome ever since. Love the entrance, love the music, love the heel work. Io Shirai. That moonsault off the cage was nuts. She's my woman wrestler of the year.
Female Shootie wrestler of the year goes to Io Shirai. Congratulations to the award winners.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a big year. Of course, like WrestleMania 35 happened this year. Like Becky 2 belts earlier on this year, which huge accomplishment right there. She had the greasy pin on Ronda. She had the greasy pin. Of course, Rhea Ripley having a huge win over like another dominant performer, and those wins are always big. And you really can't knock Charlotte Flair either. If we're looking at good matches she's had in the ring, she's never going to disappoint.
Nope,
she never will disappoint. But my female wrestler of the year is going to someone who's been draped all over a lot of these Shootie Award winners and nominees and everything, just because of truly the strides that she took from not saying anything and just walking down the ramp to being a being a heel and getting main events, and now a face in main events, and of course participated in the first female wrestling match in Saudi Arabia, which I know, but it is a big deal. Best female wrestler of the year goes to Lacey Evans.
That makes me very happy that you would pick that.
She's
coming through because it makes me know that it's not just my opinion. She really is that good.
She is, and I think it is kind of easy to stand out in the women's division if you are that much better than the rest of the field. Yeah,
especially character wise, she is. Yeah, she's damn good, and she's the kind of person if she were to go to AEW, she would instantly be the top of the division, pretty much.
Top of the division, and yeah, like you said, hopefully, maybe by next year's Shooties, all of our nominees are going to be AEW. Team, right? That roster also has it the power to step it up too.
Yeah,
which is
so we'll see.
fantastic.
But congrats, ladies.
Congratulations to the best female wrestlers. Let's hop over to the other side, because we do have another Shootie award, and it is the Shootie for best male wrestler.
This one, competition's tight all across the board. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, they've all got some of the best in the world. They're not always booked the best, but
some of the best in the world. And Mike, when I'm making my decision for something like this, I'm thinking in ring, I'm thinking out of ring.
Yeah,
I'm thinking the totality of the performance given. Of course, I do have to give I do have to give a nominee to Kofi Kingston, because Kofi Mania was the biggest thing, and he got all of these television matches and the chamber match and the Mania match. He got so many matches early on in the year that were just, every single one was big.
Yeah.
And of course, he cooled off in the second half of the year. He cooled off certainly after he lost his title and then got a title back somehow. And I got to give another one to the Moxman. I got to give another nominee to the Moxman just for showing up, working 3 companies in the same year. Has to be unheard of.
Yeah, rejuvenating his singles career, or at least he's doing what he wants to do, being back to the style of wrestling he wants to be, and not some schmuck reading stupid lines.
And not just some schmuck. But I have to give this award to somebody who, for me, was consistent so much of the year. Who always puts on consistently great matches for me. He's a character I'll always enjoy inside of the ring or outside the ring, whether he's a heel or babyface, because he's doing both all the time. I have to give my male wrestler of the year to Daniel Bryan. Both old and new, both Planet Champion and shaven, both hemp belt and leather belt. I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Yeah. But doesn't matter, because he is he's one of the best in the world, no matter what you do.
No matter what he does, and not only all those things. I'm so excited for the 2020 of Daniel Bryan. He's hot on the heels of this Universal Championship. I think it's going to be Daniel Bryan Miz at Mania. There's your that could happen.
The proper conclusion to that feud.
Yeah, it needs to conclude.
Yeah, let's wheel their babies out at ringside.
It'll be perfect. And so for all of those reasons, Daniel Bryan, you are my wrestler of the year.
Yes, good pick, Mr. Bryan. Yeah, for me, another guy, just consistency every single week, every month, every pay-per-view he's at. He's usually one of the best on the show. One of the crowd loves him. Doesn't matter if he's heel. Everyone loves him. He's the leader of the faction of the year. He is Adam Cole, baby, my male wrestler of the year. Put on many great performances. Those matches with Johnny Gargano, the War Games matches. Great on the mic. He is the leader of the Undisputed Era, and he's the leader of NXT.
And he won his first championship this year too. I think he won that somewhere at around the Rumble-ish or something.
I think
Rumble-ish.
The NXT title. I think he won that later.
Well, either way, he got his title. He got his title this year, and he's always putting on these 45-minute gangbusters too.
Yeah,
Adam Cole's never in a
month. He was wrestling on SmackDown, Raw, NXT, Takeover, pay-per-view, all in the same week. It was crazy.
And he's never in a squash match.
No, yeah, it's always at least a 10.
Adam Cole is in exclusively 2 out of 3 falls matches. Each person chooses a fall. Well, I think he had. Well, we had the 2 out of 3 falls. Each fall is a stip.
No, well, I mean, remember the when they tried to do that every single week on Raw for like a month?
Oh my God, I forgot about.
They're like, no more commercials. It's all between the pins. And,
oh my God, that would have to be best booking decision. I forgot about that. Everything was 2 out of 3 falls, so the commercial breaks didn't interrupt anything.
Yeah, it was silly, but they gave up, and then as they should have.
Wow.
All right, so we got Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, who did fight each other and had an excellent match as well.
And the two of them fought.
Two of the best, yeah, on that SmackDown.
Which is fantastic.
The Saudi Arabia SmackDown.
Did he give him a Panama Sunrise? I can't remember.
He did.
Oh, yeah, I think he did.
He won the match, so that's all I know.
I think he did. But it is our last. This is our last category of the night.
This is the Best Picture award, the match of the year.
This is certainly the Best Picture award, the match of the year.
Is that what goes on last at the Oscars, the Best Picture?
Yes.
Okay. So we booked this right. This is the World Heavyweight Championship match. The match of the year. Yes, I don't even... for me, when I saw this match, I knew it was match of the year. I knew it was probably one of the top 3 matches of all time I had ever seen.
I know what you're going to say, Mike.
And there was a lot of good matches this year. I don't want to say other nominees in case they might be your match, but I think you know what I'm going to say.
I think I do.
This was perfect wrestling, perfect storytelling, everything you want. The drama, there was bloodshed. So of course, I'll just say it. Cody versus Dustin, with one of the best blade jobs you've ever seen. The storyline, the brotherhood, the heel versus the face, and just the wrestling, the drama, the kickouts, the crossroads, everything in between. One of the best matches I've ever seen in my life. Top 3, I'm saying. I've never even sat down. It could be the best you've ever seen, but definitely my favorite match of the year. Cody versus Dustin. Put AEW on the map for those that weren't watching.
It certainly did. I can't think of a single more... a match that meets all of those qualities, like you just said, right?
Yeah, I mean, Dave Meltzer gave it 5 stars. It created that great promo we already gave an award to after for Cody, or the face turn or whatever. But yeah, just everything. You were so drawn into it. Like you're dying to see Dustin win the match, and even though he loses, it's still the best match because it was just so fun, so great.
And the post match, I Need My Brother. The mid-match, they're cheering for Dusty, and then Dustin points up at the sky, and then you just see Cody wiping tears from his fucking eyes. Like this was the moment of the year that like this is more than
blood is just pouring all over the fucking mat.
This was the point this year where you're like, no, this is more than wrestling. This isn't about like working for a company. This isn't about this. This isn't about the politics. This isn't about booking decisions. This is 2 brothers, and
yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. You're just so sucked in. It's just the highest form of entertainment.
It really was. There. It really was. This was an incredible match. It was the most emotional thing you'll ever feel.
Yeah. The perfect use of blood. The perfect use of blood just to draw that extra emotion and that crazy blade job where it was just on the edge of not being dangerous, I guess, because he was bleeding quite a bit.
He was bleeding.
It was pouring out pretty
quite
well,
a bit.
But, yeah.
Congratulations to both Cody and Dustin on their Double or Nothing.
Yeah. Who would have thought at the age of like 40, whatever, Dustin, that he'd get a 5-star match and all these accolades? Yeah.
Yeah, you would think, is somebody like that slowing down? Does that matter? Well, it doesn't matter how fast you are when you're, if you book the match properly.
Yes, the psychology.
And these guys know how to do it, if nothing else.
Hell yeah.
There were a lot of good matches this year, Mike. There were a lot of good matches this year. Of course, congratulations to both Cody and Dustin on their win. But I'm giving out a different Shootie for match of the year.
Yeah. No, there was many contenders. That's why I didn't want to list them.
Many contenders. A big one for me, of course, was Kofi Mania.
Yeah.
Huge moment. It was like the end of that because the entire run, because I feel like you could throw in that chamber match. There was a gauntlet match that was it was like the whole show was the gauntlet match, and even like Kofi kept delivering, and it was really the culmination there at WrestleMania 35. It was fantastic. I got to give another close call to to a match at Wrestle Kingdom 13. Kota Ibushi and Will Ospreay. And the match that they just went for it. We would have recorded a show in a dark episode about that.
Yeah,
that was
about a year
another.
ago.
I watched it again recently and I was blown away. Even the Hell in a Cell match, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks.
Yeah, that was probably my women's match of the year if we did. That was a great one.
That was close, but
yeah.
but I'm giving my match of the year to the same company that you gave your match of the year to, because at All Out, the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros participated in an Escalera de la Muerte.
Yeah.
Which was
ladder match for those of you.
Which is just a ladder match, or it's a death ladder match.
It's a death. Yeah.
Ladder of death match, and this gave me, it gave me everything I could have wanted. The excitement. The destroyer through the table, multiple instances of people are dead, and I was at work watching this one. I think I was actually at work watching this, and just I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place.
Oh yeah, that's one that'll draw in anyone. Just like, holy fuck, that guy just fell off a table, hit the rope on the way down, landed on his head.
Is he okay? Oh my god, he just got right back up and got kicked in the face by two people. What?
Yeah.
It was so much fun, and I got to give it to him for that. I got to give it to him for the amount of fun that I had.
Yeah, no, that was a damn good match. Another one that was very close for me was the Walter versus Tyler Bate UK title match that went like 45 minutes. Fucking phenomenal.
I remember you liked that one.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, that one's 5 stars as well. And of course, Gargano and Adam Cole, their series of matches, they had some amazing matches as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of good wrestling overall this year. But yeah,
I just feel like we got twice as much of it just with that AEW, right?
Yeah, and then with NXT getting that extra hour, we got a lot more good matches on the weekly shows. Yeah.
So 2020 is going to have a lot of. Hopefully, 2020 will have a lot more.
Yeah, we're getting to the Royal Rumble, folks, and Wrestle Kingdom. We got lots of good shit coming right up.
I forgot about the Rumble. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Probably like next week or something.
No, it's like the end of January.
Oh, great! So 2 weeks. Well, Mike,
Kingdom,
I think that's it. Wrestle Kingdom is Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so I guess we'll talk about that on the next show.
We'll talk about that on the next show. I mean, the wrestling world keeps moving on.
Yeah, the nominees will begin for next year's awards.
Exactly, starting now. Starting
last night on Dynamite or whatever.
Starting last night on Dynamite and probably NXT, right? They probably had an NXT last night also.
I did check NXT. They did their own year-end awards.
Oh, okay.
They're different. Actually, they did agree with a bunch of ours.
But they're not as well. They probably
they're
didn't,
not as important.
They probably didn't agree with a lot of the AEW stuff, but I'd say they agreed with a lot of the lot of
Breakout star Keith Lee. They agree. Adam Cole for male and things like that.
Yeah, I think any of our winners that were NXT were probably pretty close.
Yeah, but
if there were those categories, well, there you have it. There is the Shooties Awards of 2019.
Yeah, sorry, Lana. Sorry, Rusev. You guys didn't win anything.
Nope, they didn't quite make it. But fingers crossed for next year.
Yeah, this storyline could still be going.
You never know. You never know. It could just keep going. And that's all the time we have. I think we're gonna have a regular scheduled show in the coming up week. Yeah,
we'll see what we want to include. There's I guess there'll be an episode of AEW or Raw or something in there to go with Wrestle Kingdom.
And these 2 episodes of Wrestle Kingdom, so of course we still have a lot of stuff to do. Thanks for listening to the Shooties. And let us know what you think. Remember to rate, review, like, and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts.
Let us know. Agree, disagree. Who's the winners and losers of this year's event?
Who'd we miss? shootbrospod@gmail.com. Baby. Okay, that's all the time we have, Mike. You enjoy the rest of your day, buddy.
Yeah, until next week, next year, next time.